All right.
Okay, welcome back, guys. We've had a small break just to refill our. Well, I had to refill my beer, and Phil's still got his 0%. Okay, and your wine's still cold, Madeline. So back to it. So questions, part 2. So, what are some of the things you have realized that you don't really need since being in quarantine?
Okay. That's interesting.
These questions make you think. That's what I like about these questions. And
yeah. I definitely, we are definitely not consuming anywhere near as much stuff in the house as we were before, and we certainly don't miss that at all. It's very easy to get into those habits of just getting stuff because you're getting stuff, and I don't miss that at all.
Yeah. Actually, just on that, going to Madeline's question about the goodies, as you say in Sweden, about the candy. I've actually done the opposite to you, Madeline. I've actually realized I don't need sugar and chocolate every snack or coffee break. Actually, being at home, I've actually now realized that my wife actually been making it healthy yogurts and chia puddings and fruits. I've actually realized I don't actually need sugar and the so-called not pump me up with some sugar rush. So that's the interesting thing in terms of, you think being at home that you'd be lazy and think, oh, I needed a bit of snack, but yeah, I've actually become more healthy being at home, which is the other way around.
Yeah, because I realize that and I know that, but I don't feel it. Yeah. I know I need chocolate. Sorry about that, but I love chocolate. I can't live without it. So my goal is for this weekend, because then I'm not eating chocolate. So, and just on that, now we're getting off the topic maybe, but I promised to make a candy cake for my son, because he's turning 8 this weekend. And fantastic. He and his sister has managed to be without candy for a year. Something that I would never be able to manage, but they took a vow and they get some money for it, and they manage it. I'm so proud of them. It can't be my genes. I will make this amazing candy cake this weekend. I'll show you a picture.
Yeah, please do. I think it'd be a lot of, I think half of Sweden we want to see in a picture with how much candy they're addicted to.
We eat more candy than anyone in the world. I've heard somewhere,
but that's only because for those who don't know the Swedish culture, every Saturday is called Goodies Day, which the first thing my kids wake up to on a Saturday morning is like, oh, can we buy some candy today? So every Saturday, people in Sweden either go to the candy shop to buy their Saturday goodies. So I'm sure that plays a big part of things for the habit. Okay, so now on the positive note as well. What's something that you own that feels useful now? Phil?
Yes. Okay.
Other than your headphones and headset that now becomes extremely.
Oh yeah. I mean,
we can take away the video chat, but let's take away the Zooms and the Googles. Let's think of something more positive or really useful.
No, I guess that I'm enjoying. No, I can't give you an answer to that. There are a lot of things that I'm appreciating a lot more, but so I'm being a little bit distracted.
We have a new guest in the show, uninvited guest, but a welcome guest, being a Friday Fun Day. So we'll come to her in a second. But Phil,
so go to her now. Go to her now.
You haven't found a new pair of running shoes that you've incorporated within your habits, or something to do with your language or habits that you've picked up on that useful now?
I'm doing quite a lot of those things. That's for sure.
Good stuff. Okay, well, our special guest, Madeline's taking a break and having a swim. But can you answer for Madeline? What's something useful that you found purpose for now? Madeline's proxy, your guest.
Well, my mom was invited to a costume party 25 years ago and bought this wig. It was then the Morticia Addams wig. You can see that something happened with it along the years. But this one has proven to be extremely valuable, because whenever I have a bad hair day or want to cheer somebody up in a meeting, what's to put on the head? This, of course. It's brilliant. It lightens up everything. So it doesn't cost anything. It brings a lot of smile, and it also kind of hides my bad hair.
And this is what we need to encourage everybody else to have a Friday fun day, or even sometimes when you're feeling a bit overwhelmed, have some fun. Find something in the house like a wig or some funny t-shirts or clothes. And oh yeah, I forgot to show you, speaking of funny clothes, it's not funny for me on the barbecue, but I'm wearing my barbecue gear because I'm about to have a barbecue for lunch this afternoon. And it's got the cock pluras, well, in Swedish it's cock, but in the other languages it's not really nice, but it is Swedish, so it's not rude. But this is, I say, sometimes just be yourself, relax, have some fun. So I love it. So I think, Madeline, you should encourage your trend of Friday wigs or crazy hair days to other people out there who are feeling overstressed. And my answer, I've put this thing to my favorite thing to more use, because when I'm at work, I hardly have any time to do my cycle training. And now during my lunch breaks or early mornings, I've had a lot more time to do this, my number one passion. So that's my my treat of the quarantine, that I can do a lot more cycling. Okay, last question before we round up and finish things off. What problem, either yours or something more global, do you wish that you could solve? And now we're going a bit serious to finish off.
No, I think I think what I'm beginning to realise, and I was chatting to my 86-year-old mum, who is currently in lockdown because of the situation, and she accepts that that's the case. She's old enough to remember the Second World War and was actually a refugee coming over to England in 1940 at that point in time. And she said, I've done my 4 weeks. I can do a few more, but I need to get out. And I think people have been very good in our country, but they need their freedom. And if there's one thing I would love, is to get them out there so that they can start enjoying themselves again.
Yeah, and I would build upon that and say the hugging. I mean, not being able to hug your parents because you're afraid that, you can't meet them.
Yeah.
And seeing your kids missing their grandparents, I think that's tough, and it's tough for everyone. But that is something that I would very much want to be able to solve.
Yeah, I'd like to sort of echo that, because I think, like everything else, we miss. A lot of people say they're missing their sport and missing and other people say live sport, but it comes down to more than that in terms of we're missing, basically things like family. Just going and visiting like a family that's like, my birthday is coming up in 2 weeks' time, and I'm thinking to myself, like, this is going to be quite, I suppose, lonely in terms of you're not going to celebrate with your greater family because of you're not allowed to see your parents or grandparents and have these big parties and celebrations that is what your family is all about. So I think, let alone going out to just for a coffee or saying hi to your parents or your brothers and sisters. So these family. The importance of family, and just that, hug, lunch, coffee, whatever it is something super, I suppose, valuable that we all really are missing and craving. Which, if I could solve something to allow anything that normality gets returned ASAP. But that's, I think, the biggest thing I've been realizing, reflecting on in terms of how much you miss the people close to you. And my picture in the background. Being in Sydney, I was supposed to be in Australia right now, visiting family, speaking to family or in Australia. I have some members of family who are sick, and as well who I wanted to see, as well as seeing my whole family. One, my brother's had a new baby, and all these things that you just feel helpless being over here, other side of the world, and not even being allowed to enter the country or being next to them because of these rules. So I think unlike people, these type of challenges are really hard to take. So so let's hope that we get to these solutions quite quickly. Well, I promised let's go around the table here in terms of what's on for the weekend, because as I say, we need these weekends more than ever to get away from, as I said, detox and not the alcohol, but from digital. So Phil, what is on your card for the weekend?
Well, the garden continues to get attention. I think the gardens in the UK will have never looked as beautiful, and ours is no exception. It's had so many hours on it. More hours planned for this weekend. quality time with my wife. We continue to work really well together to make sure that this lockdown time is spent productively. That's the highlight I'm looking forward to.
Fantastic. And Madeline, other than eating goodies and making goodies cake, what do you got planned for the weekend?
Yeah, but I'm on the same note as Phil here. I think one of the things that seeing something good out of where we are is that you get the amount of quality time that you are able to spend with your family. And so, I mean, my son's birthday is coming up, and we obviously just gonna celebrate that in my small family with my other kids and so. But just making the best out of it, and as we did with Easter, for example, it was just us. Normally we are in extended family, and that's great. But just doing the best we can and enjoying what we have, and be so grateful that we are all healthy right here, right now, and today. And I think that is one of the key learnings for me has been I've always been so good at looking ahead and okay, where I'm not here today. Yeah. But I've really had to learn to be present today and be grateful for what I have today.
Yeah, that's something. Exactly, it's something which I also have done in terms of when, like, going back to one of the questions about how you're feeling. I often answer, so I'm healthy. That's the most important thing, and I think that's where I think forget that. Be grateful for what is the most important thing, and that's your health. And you hear some really horrible stories about people, young or old, from this virus, and that's where people look after yourself, be healthy, have time to have some fun on a Friday, enjoy your weekend, enjoy your family, because there's more to life than work. Surprising enough to some people, but just take care of yourself, and that means, and also take care of your family. So that's where I think my big story about taking care of myself is because it's my birthday a couple of weeks, and I've been talking about to my wife, I need a new barbecue. And being Australian, as you know, barbecues are super important, other than your bike for me. And I've been sending pictures every year about having a big barbecue. And I said to her, well, if I find my dream barbecue on sale, I'm going to buy it. And then that's going to be my present. And you wouldn't believe it, last week, it was on sale. 1 hour, bang, I bought it. And I wasn't the only one excited. It was I got a text message saying it's going to be delivered between 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. Last night. And my son, who was 8, I told him, "Oh, it's going to be arriving today." And he goes, "Okay, I'm going to stay up until it arrives." I said, "Yeah, cool. Okay, this is a big moment. Like, if it's on my birthday, you'd come, but it's earlier, so you can stay up." 7 o'clock, no text message. 8 o'clock, no text message. 9 o'clock, past his bedtime, and he refused to go to bed. "No, I want to see the truck. I want to see this barbecue." And I said, "I'll take a photo for you, but don't worry about it. You'll see it tomorrow." No, he was adamant. This is like, "No." And he stood at the window, and he followed me around the entire house to ask me, "Is there any messages on the phone? Is it text?" And it'd be like, "Bing, bing. Oh, has it rang?" "No, just a friend." He's never been so close to my body every minute. And then at 9:35 p.m., bing, and it came to him. "It's here." And he goes, "Yes, Papa." And he got more excited than I was. Sprinted to the front door, went out to the it's pitch black, and then the big box. And for those who know their barbecues, I've ordered a Weber Genesis 410, which if you let me show you a quick photo. It's a 4-burner. This is the beast of all barbecues. So this is where my weekend is all about barbecuing. Let's see if this works. So you barbecue people out there, beware. I'm now becoming the top of the barbecue tree. So that's my weekend. I'm not going to pitch it up, but people, for those who are barbecue addicts, especially in Sweden, Google Genesis 410. That's what I'm going to be unloading this afternoon, and with my beer and my barbecue cup on, I'll become the barbecue master.
Cheers to that.
Yeah.
Cheers. I say that's where you sometimes got to self-reward yourself and indulge in a lot of things other than deprive yourself of being locked down. That, as you say, man, look for the positives, be grateful for what you have, and then my family, I'm very grateful for the lot of good meals they're going to be getting from me from the barbecue many years to come. So I'm I'm sharing the barbecue love, put it that way.
Very good. Excellent, Sean. Have a
Great
weekend, Madeline.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks for the answers, guys, and everybody have fun, de-stress, relax, and we'll speak to you next week with another big session of leading from home. Thanks, guys. Have a nice weekend.
Thank you.